Democrats have no leader. They remind me of Somalia, okay?
So that was President Trump today comparing the Democrat Party to Somalia, a nation of warring tribes fighting for power, similar to what's happening in places like Portland, Oregon, and other cities around the country, maybe cities near you. Portland is a city run by Antifa. They're in charge. They run the city. But CNN says you shouldn't call them domestic terrorists.
Do you have any idea how much of ICE's workforce and resources have had to be reprioritized? How much of the Joint Terrorism Task Force's resources have had to be reprioritized to fight these domestic terrorists? Do you have any idea how many resources are spent
you keep
trying
calling
to
them
hunt down and
terrorists, but
track
isn't that hyperbolic to call them terrorists?
What is? If anything, I'm understating the severity of the situation. ICE officers have been subjected to a nonstop campaign of physical violence and harassment every single day, and outside the Portland field office in particular.
That from the same CNN who told you that the Black Lives Matter riots were mostly peaceful protests. But the violence in Portland is happening because Democrats there have allowed Antifa to slowly, methodically take over the city, especially at night.
Do you realize that there's 11,000 federal law enforcement officers in Oregon? That's larger than the size of the FBI. Local and state police are resourced to deal with this kind of riotous assembly, but they have refused. They've been given a stand-down order.
Joining us now for more, host of The Benny Show, Benny Johnson. Benny, good to see you. I know that you are in Portland, Oregon, as we speak, 3 hours behind us here in New York. You did a ride-along with DHS Secretary Kristi Noem. Can you tell us what it's really, really like out there?
Yes, Rob, we're actually broadcasting to you from the ICE facility here in downtown Portland. The windows have to be blacked out and tarps have to be put up because Democrats keep shooting sniper rounds into ICE facilities. Kristi Noem had to walk the premises today with body armor men standing beside her because the left is so violent here. Every time we came or went, left-wing protesters had to be cleared out of the streets. They spat on the vehicles. They screamed at us. And right outside, Rob, there is a massive bit of graffiti that says, "We own the guillotines. We're bringing them to you." That's the thing that is scrawled on a wall right outside of the building where I am right now, inside of the ICE headquarters. Now, why is ICE working overtime in Portland? Well, today we arrested one illegal criminal alien child pederast, 2 violent offenders, and multiple protesters. Kristi Noem faced them down. And I'll tell you this, Rob, the first thing that she did was pray to Jesus Christ and thank the officers here, the ICE officers who are working bravely. And we caught that prayer live, and it was really powerful. It's going viral right now because Kristi Noem knows where true protection comes from.
Okay, let me just ask you, you were with the secretary for most of the day. Last week, the president said that invoking the Insurrection Act was on the table to get federal resources to the cities that need them the most. Did you ask her about that?
Yes, today we asked her a number of questions. A lot of the questions were about why would so many people protest? And you're talking run-of-the-mill left-wing Antifa protesters here out on the streets. They're still surrounding the building, by the way. And then you're also talking about big-time country music stars like Zach Bryan, who just released an anti-ICE song. It's coming from all sides. But the left, who claims that Portland is peaceful, they are lying to you. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. I hope they invoke the Insurrection Act. I hope that's something that happens here because these people are clearly insurrecting. It's one thing to disagree with someone, but to constantly attack violently federal law enforcement, which I witnessed today, which I witnessed just a few days ago in Chicago with Kristi Noem, that is an insurrection by definition.
And this was, Benny, this was during the day,
but you don't
right?
have to be violent.
This was during the day?
Oh, yes. This was during the day, and it hasn't
even,
the sun isn't even down here yet in Portland, and it gets very bad at night.
Are you going to hang around, or are you going to fly back to Florida?
Yeah, I don't think that I'm going to be wandering the streets of Portland at night. No one should be. A funny anecdote for you, Rob. When I was flying here, the pilot came out of the cockpit and said hello. And he said they used to put us up in downtown Portland, and Delta decided it was too unsafe for their pilots to house them downtown, and every other airline has followed suit. So we were just in downtown Portland. It is a wasteland.
Wow.
There's for every one business, there's 5 boarded up buildings. It is a nightmare. It is a true crisis here. There's homeless people sleeping under every single bridge. There's a homeless encampment right outside of the ICE facility here.
Yeah,
it is a proper nightmare, and these people should be ashamed of what they've done to this once beautiful, great American city.
I want to get your reaction to this, Benny. It sounds like the police in Oregon, the police chief, is well aware of you being there right now. Take a look.
What we're seeing with the increased national attention is bringing in nationally recognized influencers. This is certainly a new phenomenon for myself and for law enforcement in general, and their reach is obviously very significant. And so they're going where they can get the views and create the perception. And our belief is that we are simply managing to the rule of law.
Okay, so I know that Kristi Noem met with the police chief. I think his name's Bob Day today. Were you there? Did you ask him about that?
Yes, we witnessed Bob Day walk out in total and complete humiliation, profusely sweating, hanging his head low, because Bob Day is fully aware of what's happened here in Portland. And it's not just this time around. It happens consistently in this city. I was here in the year 2020 when the Portland courthouse was under constant terrorist attack by the left. This is a fallen city. And a question to Bob Day. If you're so concerned about the rule of law, why are you arresting Nick Sotor, who is a conservative influencer, who is here just doing his job? Why are you violating his First Amendment rights and putting him in prison as left-wing terrorists roam the streets free? If you're so about law and order, where are all the Antifa arrests, Bob Day? I think that's a very important question. I hope he answers it one of these days. But unfortunately, this city has been conquered by Antifa.
We do too, by the way. And I just think it's always important to remind everybody, I know the audience knows this, but this is all in the name of criminal, illegal aliens. That's how far from just reality and norms the Democratic Party has strayed. Benny Johnson, get home safe. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. We appreciate it. All right.
Thank you.
Coming up.